It always amazes me how much you can grow in such a small space, and so much is happening in the garden right now. So come along with me and see what I have going on in the garden right now. As you can see, my sunflowers are starting to bloom, and for me here in Northern California, I can grow sunflowers pretty much year round, although the best show of them will be in the summer and fall months. My hibiscus is blooming right now, and they are just so pretty, and these were here when I moved in, so I can't take credit for planting them, but I can take credit for keeping them alive, although they are pretty low maintenance in my opinion. The plums are pretty much done for, and this is what my tree looks like right now, but because my June garden tour didn't really show the tree in its full glory, I'm going to cut to a clip from June. So you can see how loaded this tree got. I had so many plums this year, but not too much to feel too overwhelmed. But speaking of fruit trees, I have some unexpected additions to the garden. Someone from my Buy Nothing group wanted to rehome some trees, and she wanted to get rid of her apricot and nectarine trees to replace them with avocados. And she was so kind and knew I was a gardener, so she gave me first dibs before offering it to the rest of the group. And she dug them up for me. I got the apricot tree transplanted here, and this one is about 10 years old. Then the nectarine tree is only a few years old, but I haven't transplanted it yet. It's been so hot, so it was hard for me to even transplant the apricot tree, but that one needed to go in somewhere fast because of how big and heavy it was. I couldn't just temporarily put it somewhere. The nectarine tree, though, the root ball is so small and it's lightweight, so transplanting it won't be hard, but I do want to find a good spot for it. But for now, I have it on top of some wet soil with a wet towel over it to keep the roots hydrated until I can decide where it will go, and I will get this transplanted within the next day or so. I was thinking they'd make a good addition for privacy screening, but I don't know if they will get much taller since they seem like they have been regularly pruned, but also they will go dormant and lose their leaves. So I still put the apricot tree in this vicinity, but I will likely get a trellis to grow something over that might be better. And a good candidate for that is this climbing rose that I got. It is a royal gold rose, and so I think this would be good to have climb up a trellis. And even if it takes a bit of time to grow over, the trellis panels will still give me some privacy. I got this rose on clearance for $9 and change. It was 75% off at a nursery, and this was one of the last rose bushes on that clearance table, so I am glad that I snagged this. The blueberries have been coming in steadily, which is nice, but over here, unfortunately, a few weeks ago, those raccoons that were terrorizing my garden knocked this whole shelf over. I just haven't put it back up yet because it's actually kind of heavy, and I know there's a lot of spiders underneath, so I've been putting off dealing with it. However, I haven't seen any new damage since I got some new solar motion activated lights, but I'm still worried about things being dug up, so some of my beds still have whatever random junk I could find to keep them from digging. The cucumbers are still cucumbering and doing their thing and providing me lots of good cucumbers. And the tomatoes are doing really well and putting out lots of fruit. And the marigolds as companion plants in this tomato bed are looking really nice too. And over here, these tomatoes got so heavy that a branch snapped. I used medical tape to kind of seal it back up, and they have been doing fine and are still growing. So I think I caught it as soon as it happened. Unfortunately, with the exception of my poblano, jalapeno, and shishito peppers, most of my other pepper plants aren't doing well, even the overwintered plants. And for the new plants this season, I think maybe I took too long to transplant them, so they got stunted. But then also the raccoons did dig these up a few times, so they have probably been really stressed out. I did happen to buy two new pepper plants at a nursery for $1.50 each since they were 75% off to hopefully make up for the poor performance of my other pepper plants, but we'll see. There is still a chance my pepper plants take off and do better, but usually by now I am swimming in peppers. Moving on to the front yard. In the front yard raised bed are some beans and Job's tears, and some more beans and carrots and broom corn and Malabar spinach going up this trellis. The beans were all resown from when the raccoons first started destroying my garden, and I decided to just plant them in a different raised bed. But I have seen evidence of raccoons digging in the front yard. Nothing damaging, but because of that, I do barricade these at night with these trays and sticks to protect them, but hopefully they will be bigger and stronger soon where I won't have to do that every night. To end this month's garden tour, I have some more clearance plants. These were 75% off as well. So they were $3.75 each. I just got two salvia, hot lips, and skyscraper orange. They look sad, but they are just past the prime of the season, but they will bounce back in the spring as perennials do. Thanks for joining me on this month's garden tour, and I'll catch you on the next one in August.